Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Alternate Point of View. I hope you've had an amazing week so far. I would like today to thank you all for subscribing. Thanks for sharing and thanks for liking. So please keep doing so and keep looking forward to weekly videos. You guys, today I want to talk about this amazing man right here, and that is Fabio Sementilli, who you guys, I just want to show you something that he said that in his own words was super impactful. And I want to share with you because yesterday his family finally have, I don't want to say they have this final chapter or this chapter. I don't want to say final, but this chapter in this book is closed. So I want to play for you something that he said in his own words. And I do believe that this has come true for him.
For me, the first thing is my family comes first. My parents taught me that. I have sisters who I adore, and my own family unit is the most dear to me. That's who I am on a really personal, deep level. If I start thinking about beyond that, I think about this a lot. And you kind of sit in the backyard, and I say to myself, what do I want to be remembered for? Maybe I hope other people do that, and I always say to myself, I want to be remembered for the relationships I've built. I want to be remembered for how maybe I've made people feel in a positive light, and if it was negative for any reason, it's because I was honest. I hope that's what I'm remembered for, and so family, my friendship, my real close friendships, and then I think the third is for me all the stylists that I've touched in my life. I've traveled the world. I've been so fortunate. I don't deserve any of this. But the stylist that I have touched over my life has been just so rewarding. And I hope.
So that is just a small part of what Fabio said in his interview. There's going to be more later of this interview, but I wanted to share with you just in his own words, him sitting on his back porch, right? His favorite place, in his favorite chair, thinking to himself, what do I want to be remembered for? And he said it. And what was most important to him? His family. He mentions his sisters, his close family, his daughters, his wife. These were things that he cared most about in the world. And just his humbleness, right? That he didn't deserve any of this, that he felt so grateful to have the life that he had. So I just, it just makes me feel wonderful and warm and fuzzy inside that someone like Fabio existed ever in this world, and that we needed more Fabios. And to know that someone as horrible and awful as Monica existed to take someone out like Fabio is just the most awful thing in the world. Because how could she? How could she take someone like him, someone who deserved to be here, someone who worked so hard and was the epitome of a person that came from a family that literally worked their entire lives to get the dream, that came here, came from Canada, came from Italy, right? Came to Canada and then comes to America and does exactly what people do, is work hard. And they worked and did everything they were supposed to do. He did everything right, and he did everything right even by her, which was allowing her to live her lap of luxury life where she could sit on her butt, basically, go to the gym, get her nails done, shopping, be the full-time mother that she wanted to be, and be able to be at all the sporting events, be able to be at all the school events, do all the things that she wanted to do, or could be, that most women strive to be, or you would think strive to be, not these days, y'all. But most women would like to be there for their kids. And Monica got to be that thanks to Fabio. And Fabio was the one who was sacrificing and working and traveling. And yes, he wanted to do those things. But at the same time, he sacrificed not being to be there at every sporting event and every school event and everything. But he made up for it in other ways, which is what we tend to do when we're working nonstop and we're traveling and we're, having to be there living that corporate life. It seems glamorous, but it's not glamorous all the time, y'all. A lot of people think, oh, they're flying on jets and they're, staying in fancy hotels and whatever. It's not always as glamorous as it seems. It's actually work. And Fabio may have been having, fun, but after a while it runs you down, and it is work at the end of the day. It's your job. But Fabio took everything in stride, and he tried to make up for it by fancy dinners and fancy house, and allowing his wife, giving her the luxury of shopping and going, working out and doing all the things that she wanted to do to keep her beauty and keep her feeling good about herself, and getting the girls in the best schools, all of those things. That's what you do when you're trying to give everything that you didn't have. And that's what Fabio did. And to listen to his family yesterday give their victim impact statements was heart-wrenching, you guys, heart-wrenching. To hear his family have to talk about all the things that they had to listen to and go through and live through. What she did after Fabio's death was absolutely devastating. Knowing what things that she did, saying she couldn't afford a funeral, taking her lover to Vegas, and all the things before Fabio's death, double dates, making sure he was out of town. She knew his itinerary, when he was going to land, how long it would take for him to get from the airport, who was picking him up. She wasn't picking him up. He was getting, he was having his rides and all this stuff. But I'm not going to also give her the name because his sister did ask, specifically request in her impact statement to not have her referred to by Fabio's name. So her actual last name is Crestanini. So that's what she will be. She is Monica Crestanini. So that is what she's going to be called. Monica Crestanini. Monica Crestanini is the one who took Fabio Sementilli out of this world. And the way she did it, the calculated way that she mistreated Fabio while he was out working, giving her the life that she wanted. She wanted this life. She took Fabio from his wife and child and created a life for herself with Fabio. Now, I'm not saying Fabio was innocent. Obviously, he was clearly had something that, he found in Monica, and he, did what he did and created a whole nother life with Monica. And they had two beautiful daughters together. And now, 20 years later, they've moved on. They're in California. They've been together over 20 years. The family is now, she's in the fold. Everything is great and wonderful. The ex-wife and Fabio get along great. They have a son, Luigi. This is a solid Italian family, y'all. And Monica gets to California, and now she's isolated, right? She's in California. She is not around her friends in Canada, but she quickly makes friends in California. And now she's like Susie Homemaker, dinner parties. She's got friends, neighbors. They're all close. They all go to the gym. She's a part of a racket club. She's just, Miss Popular. So why does she feel the need that she needs more? She's got the luxury life. She's got the 2 perfect daughters. She's got the perfect husband. She's got the perfect house. She's got everything. But it's still not enough for Monica. Monica has a wild streak. And she finds this guy at the gym. And she initiated this relationship. She did. He was a racquetball instructor, trainer. And they were going to have, I guess, racquetball teams put together. But she initiated this whole relationship. She decided she wanted to have personal lessons prior to the teams being created. And that's when it all began in 2016. Yes, y'all, 2016. Because 2025 we're in. And she's finally paying the price. 2016, there's pictures of them on double dates. 2016, they're together, smoochy, smoochy, kissy, kissy, sexting each other, sending terrible pictures. I mean, well, they weren't terrible to each other, but they're vulgar pictures, nudie pictures, and little I love yous. Meanwhile, Fabio is working. He's traveling. He's doing all of the things that a husband does. He's not doing anything wrong. There's not one thing anyone could find about Fabio. Nothing. Fabio is fabulous, y'all. I mean, fabulous. And I'm telling you, I just can't even, every time I say his name, it just lights up the world. Okay. So after what they did to Fabio, and this was all plotted and planned by Monica, she plays the mourning widow. She has the wake at the house that Fabio is brutally, brutally taken out in his own backyard, in his own favorite chair. She has the family over. And not only does she have the family over, she has the lover over. The lover. And then she has the gall to say she doesn't have the money for a funeral. All of her assets, of course, are tied up in Fabio, and Fabio's gone. She has no access. So no money. People are giving her money, and she doesn't even want Fabio's things. She's having the family take out Fabio's things. She's getting rid of Fabio. But the family is just like, oh my gosh. Well, this must be the way she's grieving. And they don't want to dishonor Fabio in any way and, look at her negatively. So they're just looking at it as this is just her way of mourning. Listening to the family detail all of these things and trying to piece together and make sense of all of these things after Fabio's death, because losing Fabio was so traumatic for each and every one of them that they did not want to think the most awful thing, because they were trying to deal with the fact that they had lost the most amazing person in their life. I mean, his niece getting up there talking about Fabio. Y'all, climb the mountain. Face the mountain. Fabio, just the things, the phrases that he would say, his sister's getting up there, his sister who worked with him for years and years and years, she called Monica a slut, sleazeball. She's a murderous witch. They had all kinds of names to call her. That she did things, went to Vegas with her lover. She was sexting her lover while Fabio is being cremated. These are horrific, horrific things. Heartless things. And Fabio never did anything. I mean, nothing. He never talked cross to her even. He did nothing to deserve the kinds of things that deserved this. I mean, what? I mean, okay. It is one thing. If you're going to cheat, people cheat, and it's disgusting. But seriously, y'all, this level of, I mean, to treat his family, his mother, to act like, I mean, his niece said, was it his sister, said that she acted so distraught that another relative, she even deprived that relative of their birthday. That's how it, meanwhile, she's in Vegas partying it up with her lover. It's disgusting. They're on the phone on their jail calls talking about they don't have enough video evidence. This woman plotted this to the point that when they put the cameras in the house and around the house, Fabio didn't even have access to the cameras. He wasn't tech savvy. I mean, even those little fun videos he was doing on social media, he was just, figuring that out. But he didn't know how to even access his own cameras at his own house. She did, though. She knew where all the blind spots were. She knew where Fabio would be. She knew how to keep the doors unlocked. She knew all of that and how to pass all that information on. And she originally had planned for him to be attacked in a parking lot. This woman is diabolical. And so diabolical, so narcissistic, that she even has her daughters, her own daughters, on her side and defending her. The woman who plotted and planned and had her lover take out their father in the most horrific way. And when I say horrific, I mean knifing someone is very up close and personal. Very personal. And one went through his heart. So their daughters know, and their daughter found him and called 911. So that should be so traumatizing to her that she would want the person responsible to be held accountable, to the point that she would want that person to, I don't know, also be demised. But no. The daughters get up and they ask for mercy. They ask for, could you please put our mother somewhere near us, because she's the best mother. She never missed a recital. She never missed a school event. She never missed anything. She gave the best advice. She's the most caring, loving mother ever. And yes, we love our father and we miss him every day. But the woman who took his life is the world to us. Also, something interesting that the daughter said was all that her mother had sacrificed for their father to build his career and have the life he wanted and to be as successful. Everything she sacrificed for him. This is a very familiar guilt thing that narcissists do. It's a control mechanism. And I know that Fabio's family does not understand how his daughters can possibly support Monica. And I know they know they're brainwashed. And I hope if any of Fabio's family sees this video, I hope you do know they are brainwashed. And it is a brainwashing of a kind that, I don't know how to explain it, but this is a narcissistic brainwashing that is it's a controlling type of thing that I don't know if they'll ever come out of. But I know it because I've been there. My mother is that type of narcissist. And when they guilt their children and make their children feel like they are the suffering person, that they're the one that is always the one that had to give everything up and had to do all the work and had to do all the, oh, well, woe is me. it was all me all along. If it weren't for me, he would have never had all those things, or you would have never had what you had if it weren't for me. And if because of me, you got to go to college. Because of me, you got the opportunities you got. Because of me sacrificing all I did, I got nothing. I didn't get to live my dreams. I didn't get to live anything for me. And because of that, you're getting to live your dreams, and he got to live his dreams, and you owe me. And now you have to pay me back because now I'm suffering. And now I'm suffering more. Now look where I'm at. So that type of guilt, that type of narcissism, that level is so hard to break away from. I don't know. I don't know if even in prison she will continue that hold. And as long as her family still continues that hold on them, I don't know. And I can't believe that as horrific and selfish as taking his life was, you would think that that would make them go, ta, but no. Her plight, her selfishness, her everything is far above and beyond, which is what she has done to them. And that is disgusting. And that is sad. And that is my point of view because I've lived it. So I feel awful, 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 awful. Listening to the victim impact statements, y'all, I just was so devastated to know that such a beautiful, beautiful being like Fabio, who just makes me smile just saying his name. And just, I just want you to know how fantastic it was to hear. And the judge was very short and sweet because these victim impact statements were very long, very touching, very insightful into what this family has been suffering. His niece and his sisters were so like they have been holding a lot of this in for so long, but they got it out. And they really let the judge hear what they wanted to be told, all of the information, all the things that Monica did to their family, everything she put them through, and the pain that they have been feeling with, Fabio not being here, and how hurt they are by Monica's family, and that Monica's sister said on the stand, something that was said on the stand that Fabio's sister was so upset about. And this makes sense, right? She said on the stand, 2 people can be married and happy and still cheat. Right. Okay. Like I said that earlier. Yeah. But you don't have to viciously take out your spouse and destroy and explode your entire family. Only someone as disgustingly selfish as Monica would do that. She literally had nothing to gain but her own selfish desires. Fabio probably would have given her whatever she wanted. I said that in my last video. Maybe he wouldn't. I don't know. But Fabio, to me, seems like he would give you the shirt off his back. He would just be like, yeah, here, whatever. There you go. If he met a stranger, and Monica, who he loves so much, he would have been devastated. He would have been hurt, heartbroken for his girls. He probably would have been like, what the hell? This came out of left field. But rather than have a fuss and a fight and whatever, Fabio would have just been probably like, I don't know what to say, but this sucks. But whatever, like take the house, I don't know. I don't even know what to do with this. But I bet you $1 million, trillion, zillion dollars, he would have rather have given her what she wanted than not be here anymore. She did that. And what she got for that was finally, after giving this family over 8 years of misery and hell, uh, life in prison without the possibility of parole, and all those ugly facial expressions she was making, finally, we don't have to see those anymore. Because I tell you what, man, Fabio kept her. She is not an attractive woman, not an attractive woman. Fabio made her attractive. Fabio kept her that way because she ain't pretty. She is not pretty, y'all. Not pretty at all. But I want to play some more video of Fabio because I want to show more of him talking about how just amazing this man is, and just what he, just the kind of person that we've missed out on. So
there's ebbs and flows in work. You know, you have periods where you absolutely love what you do. Then you have periods where maybe it's getting boring or it's the same old, same old. But I think overarching, what really gets me up in the morning and I feel drives me is today I feel like I hold one of the key positions in the industry for hairdressers. And with that comes a lot of responsibility as a hairdresser, and then being on an executive team for a big company. And here's why. If I took this job and I failed at my job, I'm not so sure the company would easily hire the next person who's a hairdresser. So I feel that being a hairdresser, I have to be really, really good at my job. I have to work twice as hard to even just get to the same place as everybody else is. But I have to work twice as hard, and it's my responsibility to do that because the path that I'm leading, I want another hairstylist to be able to follow me in my path and achieve what I've been able to achieve and even surpass that. So that's probably what gets me up in the morning, because I have this this deep responsibility to do it for the next brother or sister in our industry.
So that is Fabio, y'all. He is inspirational. He's amazing. He's driven by his family. He's driven by the fact that he rose the ranks, legitimately rose the ranks. And when I say legitimately, like I said in my last video about Fabio, he you guys, did Flock of Seagulls, y'all. The hairstyles were amazing that he and his sister did back in the day on stage, flipping with the scissors in Speedy Gonzalez time, y'all. And the hairstyles, I'm going to show y'all some pictures at the end of the video. The hairstyles that he was doing were wild and crazy and fun. And he went from live on stage in a studio, like in a salon, live on stage, and all the way up to working his ranks to an executive level. And that is amazing. And then not only did he do that, y'all, but like he said, it's ebbs and flows. And like I said, when you're traveling for work, it looks all glamorous and fun. And Monica took all that for granted. He was working. It's work. And he was providing for his family. And he was an amazing person. And he did amazing things. And he loved his family. And his sister gave the most amazing, just the most amazing victim impact statement that I just can't even describe. That was so sad, and so it made me feel for their family more so than I possibly could have felt before. But listening to her talk about this woman and what she did, the things that she did to their family.
He treated his family and friends with respect and was loyal to a fault. Fabio grew up with no father from the age of 11, and our mother sacrificed to raise a family with dignity. Since the day I met Monica over 25 years ago, I respected her like a sister because my brother wanted to build a life with her. Reminiscing is too painful, and it deepens the wounds. I've spent the last 6 months learning about the depths of the deceit and the evil Monica brought into our lives. Every day has the details of her unfaithfulness, her greed, and her lack of accountability unfolded during the trial. I relive the pain of my loss and the merciless murder of my brother Fabio. We came to this courtroom for 72 days seeking justice, and I found solace in the testimonies of people who loved and honored my brother. With little to no sleep, I wanted to be here in this very courtroom for him. I am forever proud of my brother, and I will always remember his boyish smile, beaming with pride as he created his magic, styling and shaping hair like a magician. He loved being a hairstylist behind the chair. He worked hard as a vice president for the Wella division at P&G. With his team, he proudly chartered new paths and took huge strides to make a difference in the hair industry. For my brother, this was an American dream. His memory will forever live, especially in the hearts of hundreds of thousands of people who support him and our family. Today, I want to mark the first day of my journey on letting go of the pain, the horror, and the betrayal I witnessed here in this courtroom. I will no longer hold back. I will forge a path to return to a life filled with joy, family, and friends. I was lucky to work alongside Fabio for over 30 years, and I would often hear him speak highly of his family and his children, especially his wife, Monica. He treated her like royalty, purchased a family home on Queen Victoria Street in LA, and called her his queen. He couldn't wait to get home to his girls and proudly posted about his family. He called her Poots. The world is grieving as they learned of the details of her treachery, an attack planned for nothing more than lust and greed. I am certain that if Fabio had known Monica wanted to be treated like a slut by a sex offender, he wouldn't have ever had to work so hard to offer her a beautiful life. Just over 8 years ago, everything changed. Our lives were turned upside down, and we found ourselves drowning in sorrow and despair.
So this is, again, part of the victim impact statements from his sister. Again, devastating, hard. It hurt my heart. But I just wanted to make this video again because Fabio was fabulous. I wished I had met him, but he is one of the greatest people I never got to meet. And it fills my soul to know that someone like him was on this earth and he blessed so many people. And he came from such a wonderful family. Listening to his family is amazing. They seem like such amazing people as well. I feel for them. It is wonderful to know that Monica is finally getting her just desserts, and that she is finally going to get what she deserves, which is pure ugliness. She no longer will be getting her nails did and her hair did and her makeup did and all the things. Even if she is, it's going to be through whatever prison style is done. And she's not going to be getting the fancy food and the lobster meals that she was having with her lover outside of prison. So yes, I am super excited to see that this woman is going to look like an old hag, for the rest of her life. And she no longer gets to get the lap of luxury. And I think it's amazing. This is what you get. So be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. And that is Monica. So yes, Monica, what's her last name again? I don't even know what it is, but it ain't what she thought it was. Monica Baker. We'll just call her Monica Baker because that's what she wanted to be. So yeah, there you go. So rest in peace, Fabio. Fabio is fabulous. I hope to end this video with a montage to Fabio, and I hope that his family is finally, as they said yesterday, popping the champagne and really celebrating Fabio's life for a change instead of grieving and, just being sad. I hope finally they have a moment of peace and time to enjoy celebrating what a wonderful and amazing person Fabio was. Thank you. Have a great, great day. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and my point of view. And I will see you in the next video. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned.